Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Audubon Society as I bring you the sound of two blue jays having vigorous sex right outside my window in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM, War of the Chosen. I don't know if you can hear it. I mean, it seems extraordinarily loud for me, but the sensitivity of my mic is sometimes unpredictable. I oftentimes think people are going to hear my neighbor's lawnmower as well. And while I do have a custom noise reduction filter for that, I don't have one for the sound of two blue jays humping the shit out of each other. So I don't know if this is going to come in on the audio or not. If it is, I'm sorry. If it's not, that's great. If I had a firearm that I could discharge without blowing a hole in the side of my house and violating local laws, I would just go kill the blue jays because they're real irritating. But I don't own any manner of projectile weapon which one might use to legally kill those birds, so I'm stuck enduring it. And speaking of my neighbor with the lawnmower, you know, I am just gonna take a moment to fire some shots at him, figuratively, not literally, although literally firing some shots at him would also solve the problem. It's the same guy, it's the mower guy, again. He's striking me this time, not with lawnmower, but with birds, because he's the one feeding them. Guy has like 55 bird feeders in his backyard. And I exaggerate a little, I'm engaging in some hyperbole for the purposes of comedy, but I bet he has 5 bird feeders in the back of his yard and like 2 bird baths. Which, hey, that's great. I'm glad that you like birds. It's nice that you have a hobby. I'm sure James Audubon would appreciate your contributions to, I don't know what per se, because it's not like those birds need that food. Birds seem to be doing pretty okay without any intervention in human part, but I digress. Audubon might appreciate it, but you know what? Your neighbor, Perfidious Pete, does not appreciate being woken up at 5 a.m. by 2 blue jays screwing the holy living shit out of each other and shrieking at the top of their little bird voices. I don't know what homeboy's packing there, but he must be doing some work, because his girlfriend is a screamer. Also, it's like, these guys, they gotta be on Metamucil or something. Their regularity is furious. It's like every 15 minutes we're gonna go have just an unbelievable mad copulation right outside your window. This klaxon that's drowning out Dr. Tigan and Lily, this is about the level of sound that we've been getting out of those birds. Settle your shit down. Just a little bit. I mean, I'm glad that you're, you know, it's springtime and mating season and that your cloacas are engorged and you want to rub them against each other, but have some respect for the rest of us, would you? I'm trying to sleep over here.
Human bodies. Now we're finding Advent. Something tells me they didn't abduct these ones.
No, but we could go get the blue jays outside and have them start humping if you want to wake them up. I mean, that sound, it'll yank you right out of the deepest sleep. Forget get kissed from Prince Charming. You want to really wake up Snow White? Let a couple bluebirds hump on her coffin. Actually, they're blue jays, but still. Let a couple blue jays hump on top of her little sarcophagus there. Trust me, that shit'll wake her up. Petey done talking about birds. I mean, I suppose. Alright, fine. We'll be done talking about the sexual escapades of Jay the Blue Jay and his girlfriend, whose name is, I don't know, probably like Jane or something. She seems like such a kind of an average Jane. I mean, if we're talking in a plumage scenario, she's vastly much more plain than her boyfriend, but Jay's a bit of a peacock, if you know what I don't know what I was going for there. Bird humor really probably best left out of the old Let's Play. We also really need to get Kirsten Ficus Dunst a reload.
They've played themselves.
What are they playing? Tiddlywinks? Twister? They playing Twister in there? Is that why they're making so much noise? You know what? I bet they're playing Risk, because they haven't moved in a while. Risk takes a really long time to play. I bet they're playing Risk. That's a door. Paris Hilton, we're not going to open this door or go through this door. What we're going to do is have you come up here, crack a bit of a reload. How we doing on Banishes and Executes? We're doing very well. Looks like we got plenty of available resources. Let's bring our girl Kirsten around the corner.
The invaders send a patrol.
Been wondering where that Andromedon was, and now we know the answer to that question, and it's a most inconvenient spot, actually. I was thinking about setting up and, like, trying to do a double door kick here, but looking at the way everything is sort of shaken out in the wash, I'm not terrifically sure that's a fantastic idea. We're maybe a little too split up.
I understand.
I mean, we're about evenly split as we could get. We got 3 and 3 working over here.
I go where I am needed.
We've got plenty of claymores available. Maybe we just pepper them with claymores. We could start deploying them now, but I was expecting them to move. One of our guys does have a homing mine, which maybe we could have chucked that to the mix, but... So why don't you guys open this door and just see if there's anything else in here. Lady Gaga, check the perimeter. It looks clear for Gaga. Alright, lady, let's get you up here.
I go where you tell me.
Lady Gaga doing a performance piece where it's all about the dominance of the male cultured world. She's like, oh, I only go where you tell me, P. This is all I can do. I'm just a girl. I'd be like, I'm pretty sure that was a Gwen Stefani song, or rather a No Doubt song. And Lady Gaga's like, don't judge me. I'll cover whoever I want to cover. Franco, I think would you have a lot of people who still have 2 claymores? No, most of our claymores have been deployed. Are we going to need an abundance of claymore? Probably not. Let's go ahead and start tapping them down. McConaughey, you don't have a lot else useful to do. Well, that claymore is, if we detonate it there, going to blow up our cover, which we don't necessarily like the idea of. In case this guy scatter, we still want that wall there to potentially give us a little bit of protection. So claymore 1 goes down. Franco, you know, go ahead and whip one around the wall here and put it in a position so that the other claymore detonates it. I don't want them in the same spot. Maybe here? Are we catching the Andromedon? We don't appear to be catching the Andromedon with that one. There's a good spot for it. He just had to put a little funk on it. He had to give it a little bit of a stank there. Got to whip it over onto the side, put a little English on it. Keanu, we don't want you detonating those claymores because you've got a more valuable gun. Kirsten Ficus Dunst, you don't have a lot of gun work in here. Let's have you go ahead and detonate these bad boys. Give me a rip from the potted plant there, bud. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. I don't know why Kirsten Dunst is Canadian. This guy's gonna run straight over by Lady Gaga. We're gonna have no problem eliminating this cat with a little bit of a sting, and this is why we saved Keanu Reeves right here. It's gonna strike at his heart. His blood trail puts 9 damage into that man, takes him down. Now all we gotta do is engineer a kill on this dude, and Paris Hilton? Paris Hilton can do pretty good damage to this guy. We just need somebody to soften him up a little bit with the... give him a little bit of the stinger. But we have no one who can give him any of the stinger. And he's gonna move. That's the other problem. We don't want anybody getting stepped on. We really need to kill this cat, though. You know what, Gaga? I wish you had Sting. Although, you do bonus damage against robots. Hold on a second. Strabismus, have you got a stinger? Oh, she got the stinger.
I go where I am needed.
Let's bring Paris Hilton over here. Have him give him the stinger.
Stab from the darkness.
She's stabbing from the darkness. It's not as good as if she were dabbing from the darkness. I'm just putting that out there. Maybe you want to do a little dabbing? Throw that arm up. And then Lady Gaga takes the stealth kill. Yep. Perfect. Brilliantly executed, team. I'm proud of each and every one of you. That's some solid work. I believe the map is cleared then. So let's prepare ourselves an exit. We're gonna do a little bit of leg work on this one. It's leg day. We gotta get out here. You can't, you know, just because you're doing the cardio, you still gotta do leg day, man. I know it sucks. Gotta be done. Strabismus, I think we'll bring you... Again, we're just preparing like an LZ for extraction here. Ficus, let's bring you out here.
That's a long run.
Lady Gaga, you're gonna be the one doing the hauling, so we're gonna have you reload. Come step on the tile.
I'm at your service.
And Flat Circle, we just need to get you the hell out of Dodge, bro. Our goal is gonna be to drop the extraction pod and then run it in a single turn. Pineapple, you're probably good right where you're at, actually. Alright, Gaga, grab the juice. There's our waiting reinforcements. We could be gone this turn. I'm sorry, guys, I can't hear you. I'm not sure why, because the klaxon only sounded for like 1/3 of a second. And the sound of the bodies hitting the floor is louder than like that trapped. Let the bodies hit the floor. I don't remember the name of that band. Shadows failed us though. All right, grab your boy. And then start running. So we need to get you over here. Is there an exit in this general vicinity? You know, you could get onto the rooftop, and I'm actually a little concerned that there might be somebody up there now that I think about it. Let's get eyes on that rooftop before we commit to a rooftop extraction. It's not out of the question there could be enemies up here. It seems unlikely at this point, but it's not impossible. Nah, roof's clear. We're good. Well then, let's just go take the high ground. If we don't take it, Anakin's gonna take it. When it comes to having your legs chopped off with a lightsaber, I'd much prefer it be Anakin than me. Kind of fond of my legs. Actually, that's a lie. I'm not fond of my legs at all. One, because they're kind of like bulgy and hairy and whatnot. But two, also, leg day, man. It sucks. I don't want to do it. Just want to stay and like be not fit. Just want to basically be a Jabba the Hutt. If I had to equate myself with my level of physical fitness with any particular Star Wars character, you know, Jabba the Hutt seems like a pretty good fit. Big dude, rode around on a barge, didn't really like to move much. Fan of ladies in gold bikinis. We have all those things in common. Plus, I wouldn't mind having a little toady lickspittle to come around and laugh at all my jokes. That'd be nice. Can you give me one of those little guys? You know, Pete, that character had a name. I know he had a name, but at the moment, that name escapes me.
An alien scouting party.
Damaging my nerd cred a little bit, probably. Oh. I was gonna say, this is an unusual place for them to scout, but it's El Huntador. Do I really want to sit around and dick around with El Huntador? Because this... We don't need the ability points. I'd love to kill him, but he's so far away, though.
We just picked up a unique signature. One of the Chosen is here.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna ignore it, Bradford, because I really don't care about this guy. He's pointing through the floor. I was gonna say, if that man takes a shot, I'm gonna be absolutely furious, but he did not shoot at us, so... I mean, I'm still a little furious, but that's just kind of par for the course for me. I'm always a little furious. Matthew McConaughey, you do not have... Well, we could have you come in here. You do not have Annihilate. I was looking for, like, an Annihilate Banish. Franco, you got a shot at our boy here, and you can take that and remain concealed. Let's go ahead and have you give him the Stinger. That'll warm him up. AP rounds also shredded his armor. That's definitely going to open us up for the kill here. Reeves still has double Claymore action. Can we maybe catch... No, I mean, there's a guy there and the robot's there. If we throw a Claymore here, we might get them both. Let's try this. We drop the Claymore here. Then we're going to detonate it. Let's see exactly what goes up in this explosion. We're probably not going to have Keanu Reeves take that shot, because worst case scenario, we're going to blow a hole in the wall, and that might open up additional firing opportunities for us. I think we have Kirsten Dunst, who doesn't really have much else to contribute here. We bring her over. She can take the Claymore shot, rip open that wall. And we got a big part of that purifier as well. That was exactly what we were hoping to see. Keanu does not have a shot, though. Strabismus, come down here and finish that dude off? Almost certainly.
Moving out.
Get eyes on him, Paris. I mean, it'd be nice if both of your eyes could be on him at the same time, but you're you, so we can't always make that happen. I'm not sure how it is that you can't see that guy, but... I mean, he's right there in that tile. You should be able to shoot him in the feet. Alright, well, what can you... Hold on a second. What can you remote start here? Anything useful? Nope. Well, I'd love... I mean, you should be able to shoot him in the feet, but his feet are apparently not, like, vulnerable to shooting. So what if we throw a claymore right here?
It requires patience.
We're gonna blow up the specimen tube, but we already got the goods out of the tube, so we don't really need to conserve the tube at this point. We just need somebody who can get a shot at that. We have Matthew McConaughey, and he's the only game in town, and doing so will actually either reveal or set him on fire. That's unfortunate. Well, okay, we'll just move him here.
As you order, Commander.
He just needs to be able to hit the thing and stay concealed is really all we're looking for. If this detonation would maybe open up line of sight into this building a little, that would also be useful. Yes? No? Okay. You still can't see. So the drawback we have here is this robot does not need line of sight in order to hit our girl. We need somebody to kill this robot. You know what? Put this man down. I believe dropping the unit does not cost an action.
It's here for you.
Or putting somebody down is the one that costs an action, and I always misremember this. Putting him down is the one that actually costs an action, and I always misremember it. Okay. Every single time. I don't suppose there's any way you can get an explosive onto the floor. Nope. What we need is a bonus action. We don't have one. Well, I really wish we had not... One of these days I'll remember. One of these days. On the plus side, picking them up doesn't cost an action. I know exactly how this turn's going to go down, by the way. As the only person on the map who is revealed, even if we take Lady Gaga and get her out of line of sight, which we're absolutely going to do, this robot's going to shoot her with a fucking grenade, because grenades don't need line of sight because, I don't know, reasons, I suppose.
I will reposition.
So Lady Gaga's going to swallow a grenade. Here it comes. This guy definitely can't see it. He did not grenade us for a change, but he did go and step right on somebody he had no reason to want to step on. I'll hunt the door. Yeah, I mean, feel free to mark whomever you want. I'm not coming all the way back across the entirety of the whole map to try and stop you. That's just not gonna happen. It's too far, and I don't care. Also, we still cannot... We cannot get out of the tracking mark? Did they horrifically increase the size of this? Because it seems way bigger than it used to be. Like, way bigger. So big that in many directions we actually can't escape it.
No time to spare.
Yeah, no doubt no time to spare. You gotta do nothing but leg it because you're completely boned. Let's get everybody else closer to the exit. Matty Mac is revealed here. Just go ahead and take the shot while you're unconcealed, Matthew. 8 damage. It's not glorious or award-winning. You know, like most things that Matthew McConaughey does, he is usually both glorious and award-winning. Highly decorated, talented actor, gifted thespian. By all reports, lonely and heartbroken as well. Hey, come on, all right now, Pete. Old Matty Mac's got a wife and kids there. 2 boys, I think. Nothing lonely about old Matty Mac. You know, except for the high school girl thing. Cause I still got a pension for the younger ladies. My wife is not happy about it at all, Pete. In fact, it's been the cause of much acrimony in our particular relationship. I reckon one of these days she'll be leaving old Matty Mac behind, and then my sons will never forgive me for my proclivities for younger women. Ultimately, I will not only die bitter and alone, but unloved, unremembered, and unrewarded. But hey, I did get to make that movie with Kate Hudson that one time about how you get rid of a guy. Yeah, that was a good one, Pete. Let's evacuate the scene here. And for, you know what, I'm not fighting a hunted dog. I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I should have probably cloaked up. You know what? It's not going to matter. El Huntador won't come at us.
I am at your service.
He's too big of a chicken shit. I'm like, come at me, bro. And El Huntador's back here going, no, you come at me, bro. And I'll be like, that's not how this works. I said it first. You got to come at me. There's an unwritten social agreement here between the two that the first person who says come at me has priority. It's like a FIFO situation here. I said come at me. You gotta come at me. You can't fire back and say, no, you come at me. That's a chicken shit move. When I said come at me, bro, it wasn't a chicken shit cop-out when I did it. Then it was a dare. But now that you're doing it, it's a chicken shit cop-out. It's a double standard, admittedly, but that's the way this scenario works. See you in hell, Huntador. I'm too lazy to actually go and kill you. What would we get out of killing El Huntador? Well, satisfaction, of course, because killing him is always satisfying. But the only other thing we'd get out of it, 5 ability points that we don't need. Also, we know where El Huntador lives, so if we really want to go kill him, we can just go burn his house to the ground and murder his whole family if we want right now. Only house I want to burn to the ground and maybe any family I'm going to murder is my fucking neighbor. I'm thinking about sneaking outside, like, late tonight. It's Saturday, on the day I'm recording this. I'm thinking about maybe doing a little bit of stealth mission into his backyard and just, like, emptying his bird feeders. The only problem with that is, then it's just going to be a bunch of bird seed on the ground, and I don't know whether that's going to make the situation better or worse. Because then there's all just a abundance of available bird seed lying on the ground. That may attract more birds. To make it a truly successful stealth mission, I have to sneak out into his backyard with like a trash sack, empty all of his bird feeders quietly into the sack, steal his bird seed, and, I mean, now we're talking like petty theft and larceny, and if I get caught doing that, it's not just like a, you know, childish neighbor prank anymore. I'm actually committing theft. Petty larceny, sure, but still, it's like a misdemeanor. I'm at least getting a ticket if I get busted doing that.
Could very well be the prototype for Advent's seemingly limitless forces. Even focusing my efforts solely on this research, it will take a significant dedication of time and resources to fully analyze this specimen.
Well, then why don't you just, I mean, it's hard, Dr. Tigan, so why'd even bother? Let's just say, nah, get to analyze the stasis suit. It's too hard. Let's just give up. Be like, alright, whatever, I don't care.
Commander,
examine the Advent stasis suit.
Objectives based on the most recent findings.
Yep. Sure did. Paris Hilton and Tommy Chong. I don't...
Now this looks interesting. I got a special request here from one of our donors. It reads, an intriguing offer for your listeners. I will triple the standard price for every Advent burger they can deliver to this location in the remote territories.
Yeah, but you know, you get like Advent burgers like 5 for $5. They got like one of those Arby's deals going because human meat is inexpensive in the future.
Guy's not winning any awards for penmanship, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, here's the other thing, Jake Busey. Why did you have to explicitly say Tigan at the end of that? It would, I mean, the joke works. We all get it. Dr. Tigan's trying to buy Advent burgers. We all get what you're... We can see the end of the road. We don't have to go the whole journey. You didn't have to take us the whole way there. We knew where that path was leading. We didn't need a fucking fishing guide to get us to the end of it. We'd have found our way.
Destruction of this facility will prove to be a turning point, Commander.
Speaking of facility destruction,
Commander, remote reconnaissance indicates the
we could basically wipe out the Avatar project just by hitting this New Mexican bunker. We've got something to do. We could also raid the Chosen Stronghold. What's our armory situation look like as far as tired soldiers? If we are gonna go burn down El Huntador's house, do we have a team that can do it? We'd be down Keanu Reeves and Lady Gaga, probably, and the James Franco. Man, James Franco and Paris Hilton just absolutely exhausted after last mission. Jeez, guys. Maybe let's take a little bit of a break here. What were we doing? Making contact probably somewhere? Is that what we were doing? Were we building a radio beacon? We might have been building a radio beacon in New Indonesia, perhaps? What's the mental fortitude? Battle might only last one turn. I mean, I suppose we could do it. It's 250 supplies. We're not doing anything else with our supplies, and at this point now, we're making stupefying amounts of income. Also, the aliens apparently did send a UFO to come shoot us down, which means our next mission is probably going to be John Bradford slamming us into a tree. That'll be fun.
Putting it on screen now.
What did the aliens do this month? Nothing.
Under your leadership, Commander,
did nothing.
And you have outdone yourself.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I completely blanked them. I pitched a no-hitter. We did it. We threw a no-no.
I've tracked my prey across time itself.
Hey, did you find your sister's body? The well I stuffed it in? I mean, I dismembered her corpse and threw her down a well. I was curious whether or not you were ever actually going to find her. I don't think you did. Trying to initiate an additional dark event. This guy's going for a little training, which is good, because let's face it, Soul Butcher, you could use the work. Viper rounds we don't care about. Loyalty among thieves, still really don't care about. XCOM will not be concealed at the start of missions. High alert is actually terrible on a garden variety playthrough, but I don't think it matters for us. We're almost certainly going to stop that one, however. We also have new alien facility construction, which is going to happen almost immediately. There's going to be retaliation almost immediately. We can change up our missions here. Intel rewards. Tech war don't care about. Armor research being faster I don't give a shit about. Weak points is fantastic. We're keeping that forever. What else have we got? Hidden reserves, an extra 2 power. Suit up. These are our wild card ones. Impact modeling, information war, popular support. Volunteer army, I think, is objectively bad for us. Maybe we'll just slot in the hidden reserves here. That seems fine.
Order us, Commander. We will undertake a new means of disrupting the Elders and their false vision.
All right, then. I don't suppose any of your new means of doing that actually, by chance, involves a promotion in any variety? Well, we could go recruit a Templar we don't want. We could speed up the side chamber. We could reduce Avatar project progress twice? Well, I'd like mobility, but, you know, I also like reducing Avatar project progress quite a bit as well. Hey, Snoop, it's been a while since you and Dave Chappelle did anything. Y'all want to maybe go handle this? Take care of this Avatar project progress? At this point, I really feel like old Snoop Dogg and Dave are sort of locked into their role. This is their thing now. They're covert operatives. That's what they do. They do it, and they do it well. Styling on the mic. Cracking jokes, talking about how they're Rick James's bitch, or Rick James is their bitch, or they are just Rick James if you happen to be yourself a bitch. One of those two things. Also, I'm the only bitch in this scenario, except for that bird outside my window. That's the actual, yeah. I'm wrapping it up, though. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to hear more sounds of birds vigorously humping in the springtime, I'd consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day, and I guess at least for the foreseeable future, bird sex. So, yeah. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.